Well, the stock market just might actually dump, and this isn't according to me. It's actually according to Jim Cramer, because he says he doesn't see a recession on the horizon, and I think you all know what that means, including Elon Musk. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we have a lot of stuff to go over with AMC especially, and then GameStop as well, so make sure to watch until the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube, because something big is about to happen. All I ask you guys to do, it helps me out, it's free, it gets the algorithm going. Please hit the like button. Also, if you want to join us on the journey to financial freedom, hit the subscribe button, have post notifications on. Let's get into it. So the very first thing I wanted to touch on is XRP, and we're not going to spend time on this, but this AMC and the SPY shows that AMC is about to do its thing, and I'm serious. XRP is almost at 80 cents, trading at 79 cents, and it flagged out. We have been tracking it, and it finally broke out of the flag to the upside like we expected. Now this is AMC's chart with XRP overlaid, and just to show you the correlation, if you haven't been keeping up with the channel, XRP rips, AMC rips, XRP rips, AMC rips, vice versa. XRP flagged out the way AMC did and broke out up over 100%, and now it is fighting to make another high. So on top of everything we're tracking around AMC and why it's going to squeeze very soon, XRP is just another addition to show AMC is due for at least a 100% gap up. Not only that, but the SPY is trading at 455.86, basically 456, and the last time we saw this was April of 2022. Well, what did AMC do in April of 2022? This is when AMC ran all the way up to about $30 and got halted back down very hard. AMC was due for this major move because of how high the S&P 500 was and how much hedge funds were losing money, and this was a 165% gain over about a week. And in my opinion, you can expect something very similar with AMC, and notice that they love to halt it on this overall descending channel, but AMC isn't there anymore. AMC broke out of that channel, and now we are just sitting chilling waiting for an answer from the lawsuit. Do you guys think Jim Cramer is right in that we're not going to see a recession, or are you going to trust your gut and trust the 9 out of 10 scenario that Jim Cramer is just speaking the opposite truth? You guys let me know where you think the SPY is going. Let me know if you are playing the S&P 500 down below. Now AMC stock, the SEC has now violated the threshold rule. This is another thing on top of that. The SEC has now violated the 13-day threshold securities list rule, which states a broker-dealer must immediately close out all fail to deliver positions by purchasing shares in the open market. And as of Tuesday, AMC has now been on the threshold list for 17 consecutive days, and pricing has not reflected indication of strong purchasing in the past week. On top of the threshold securities list, you have the insane amount of FTDs stacking up on AMC very recently. All of these are posing AMC for a huge move coming forward, especially with one of the biggest catalysts that we have ever had, negative or positive in your mind, whatever your sentiment is. It's one of the biggest catalysts that we have, the answer on this lawsuit by Judge Zern. Now this is interesting. America's most expensive borrows. AMC is on the list twice with 2 tickers. What is AH9.GR? Now of course this is broken down that this is the Germany symbol and this is the American symbol. However, why is Germany's symbol on America's most expensive borrows? Even if it's the German ticker, it still begs the question about whether it is a completely duplicated float, and if so, why? And how many exchanges have duplicate floats? All of them, and borrows and locates. To go across exchanges, it's criminal. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Plus, in case you wanted to know, the new lawsuit that's happening with Kevin Barnes versus AMC was just assigned to Judge Zern as well. So Judge Zern is not only handling the lawsuit with a reverse split conversion case, but now this brand new one with Kevin Barnes. Now we recently talked about in a video, if you have not seen it, you guys seriously have to go watch it, share lending on AMC. Fidelity is now offering over 122% interest to loan out shares. Now I went over the pros and cons of this, and the cons outweigh the pros in my opinion for lending your shares. If you guys did not see the share lending video, you make sure you go watch that, because the cost to borrow is insanely high, but it reflects the risk. Now Stock Tracker is reporting 0 shares available to borrow. Cost to borrow fee at 1,053%. I believe it went up to 1,070 something on Interactive Brokers. And these short exempts are going insane. AMC is trading legitimately sideways, and there are 366,000 short exempts over on AMC. The fails to delivers, the threshold securities list, the flat trading, the short exempts, everything lined up are showing that the algorithms are ready to push AMC, they're ready to push GameStop, and market makers are doing every single thing they can, criminal-wise, every trick in the book to keep them down and keep them trading flat. Now, before we move on to an important clip with GameStop and GameStop's chart, if you guys want up to 16 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, so yes, a chance at 32 grand. Realistically, you might get $1,000 out of it, depending on what stocks you get, and you could sell those to even trade on there. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but you're also getting up to $50 that you can trade with or withdraw in a potential Tesla or Google stock. Speaking of that, Tesla earnings are tonight. If you guys want these benefits, use my link in the top of the description or in the top of comments. Download Moomoo, make a deposit. It can literally be $1. You will get benefits from there. Also, guys, pop in the Discord. The link is right under the video. You can see that I took a degen trade yesterday on IBKR and got smacked on it. So if you want to see me take some fat L's, make sure to pop in the Discord. Now, GameStop, not much to say. Tracking what I think is going to come back down, retest this trend line, come back up, get that bounce. But one thing I wanted to point out I thought was kind of interesting is ticker symbol GME. This pops up as the second one under GameStop. I'm not even going to pronounce the name of this ticker, but I find it interesting that just because it's the same ticker, it's trading basically how GameStop is trading. It had this gap up when GameStop had earnings and it traded back down. And this is trading sideways, but had a huge volume candle right here, as well as August 30th. Now, that didn't move, but GameStop had two decent moves, and you saw volume reflect over on this random ticker, as well as that gap up when GameStop had earnings recently, which you see right here. I don't know, maybe just a coincidence. But Danny Moses, the short seller, went public with his short position on GameStop in this clip right here. Now, what's interesting about this is people are focusing on that he went short, but what you have to focus on is what he says.
One of the hottest stocks with retail traders over the past few years is also catching one of our traders' eyes, but not in a good way. GameStop is up 25% this year, but down more than 6% since Ryan Cohn was elevated to executive chairman on June 7th. Danny, you've been trading around it right now. You have a small short position.
Put option. Yep.
Put out. Okay, so walk.
I don't want to be taken out, obviously, like some other funds have. But it was the making of the meme king, that your documentary, that really got me thinking about it again. I watched it the other day.
He says he went short through puts because he doesn't want to get stomped out like other hedge funds and institutions. This is something very interesting to pay attention to, as this is a safer short bet by betting puts on GameStop, but the reason he's betting puts is because he doesn't want to get stomped out. Also, former Citadel traders Jonas and Dave have successfully raised $1.85 billion for their hedge fund, surpassing the capital raise target and making it the largest startup of the year. $200 billion was just withdrawn from JP Morgan this year. They're facing major losses on scandals and other crime activities, and legality, according to new hearings, shows that the SEC does not look at legality even if a proposal is illegal. Just a little sprinkle on top to close out the video. Show that XRP may potentially keep running and AMC will follow. Over 4,000 USA banks are in talks to partner with Ripple and to use XRP to facilitate payment transactions. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.